Tonight on Newswire LA, we're coming to you from the campus of Westchester High School, where several forces are converging. A company dedicated to online education and learning, the video game industry, and traditional education. For what, you might ask? For something called the Digital Living Project. Stay tuned. All of this and more right after the credits. And we're back with our show on the Digital Living Project. Let's pick up where we left off. Joining the discussion is Everfi's Sarah Sirota. Most of the folks you see here today have flown in from the East Coast to participate in this launch. However, Sarah is based here and serves as school manager. This means that she is the company's hands-on, boots-on-the-ground coordinator for the Digital Living Project. Sarah's joining us right now to talk about the project and her role as part of it. All right, Sarah, you are the implementer of this particular program. So that means, and you tell me if I'm wrong, that you're working with all the schools that you come in contact with to bring this program online. Give me a little bit of a rundown of what it takes for a school to bring this particular program online.
So we pride ourselves in being very easy to work with. So the process works where the school will contact me or I'll reach out. I'll do trainings with the teachers or instructors, and really they can start that same day. You know, we meet for 20, 15 minutes, go through the program, get them set up in the online program, create their usernames and passwords, and they can start right away. So it's a very simple process.
So there's no infrastructure to build in, servers, computers. Is it just using what they have on site?
Yes. So if a school has a computer lab with a working internet connection, that's really all they need to use the program.
And right now, you guys, and tell me if I'm wrong, are you guys only implementing this system in the LA Unified School District?
So our partnership with the Entertainment Software Association is for the Los Angeles area. So we do have schools in the Los Angeles area, but we also have partnerships in California and other parts of the country. So Everfi as an organization is all over the country.
So you guys are putting this thing in public schools, private schools, parochial schools, and so on.
Yes, and we love working with community-based organizations as well, so nonprofits, boys and girls clubs, different organizations as well. Really anywhere where they have computer labs and students who want to use the program, we want to bring the program there.
And talk to me about the reaction you're getting from teachers and students and parents.
Well, teachers think it's easy, so they love that portion of it. Really, they just get to monitor the program, make sure students are progressing through the modules. Students love it. As you can see in the program that we showed here, it's very interactive, it's very personalized, so every student has a different experience. They get to sit at the computer lab with their headphones, go through the program, so the students love it as well. And parents really appreciate the topics that we're covering with the program, so things like what a cell phone bill looks like, texting and driving, a lot of issues that a lot of parents maybe don't know how to talk to their students about or don't want to talk to them about. We get into those issues, so I know parents really appreciate things like if you're texting over your minutes, why is the cell phone bill so high? And parents are paying those cell phone bills, so they really appreciate some of the content that we go into.
Wow, so it's actually just more than teaching them how to use the system or even teaching them how to use the system safe. You're kind of telling them how the chicken came out of the egg, basically.
Yeah, so we really, we know students are using technology, we know they're on the internet, but we want them to be safe and responsible. And we want to be their partner in really educating them so that when, they're in these situations, in these real life situations, they've already had some trial and error time with us. They've already practiced making decisions, they've already gotten good tips from us, so they can be really confident. When they search the web, they know what a good source is. When they're they're in a car with someone who's texting and driving, they know how to handle that situation. So, we're not a company that says, be afraid of this or don't do this. We're going to arm you with really good tips and information to make smart decisions.
So basically, for those of us who came into the system, it's like I came in with a few other people where there were computer science classes and dot matrix printers and floppy disks that were floppy. We sometimes have the impression, mainly because younger people are teaching us how to use the system, that they know everything about it. But it sounds like, and you tell me if I'm wrong, that you guys are filling in the gaps of the usual things that maybe adults like us take as common sense, but maybe not younger people.
Exactly. So really, the mission of Everfi is to certify students in critical life skills. So take all of the really important life skills we know they need to learn, but either they're not getting in school or their parents aren't talking about. So exactly like you said, we're trying to fill those gaps.
And give me a little background on Everfi. What kind of company is Everfi? How did it evolve into this?
Yes.
What's your mission?
So we're an education startup company, and like I mentioned, our mission is to certify students in critical life skills, so really important 21st century skills. We're about 5 years old now. We're based in Washington, D.C., and started with our founder, Tom Davidson, and he started the program actually around financial literacy. I know he saw a real lack in students learning how to manage their money and deal with finance, so that was our first platform that came out. And then just along the way, there are a lot of other critical skills that students aren't needing. We should be the education technology partner for schools and districts across the country. So that's when digital literacy was born and our substance abuse programs were born. And now we have this whole kind of assembly wraparound of programs that we can offer to schools for free.
And talk about your partners in it, the Electronic Software Association.
Yeah, so the Entertainment Software Association partnered with us here in Los Angeles, and they're actually sponsoring 30 schools in the LA area, and we're going to be expanding out pretty quickly. There's a lot of need in this area. So the great thing is we get to work with these partners who underwrite the cost of our programs so that we can provide them for free. So it's really a blessing for us to be able to work with the Entertainment Software Association so that my job can be real easy. I can go out to the school and say, we have this great platform, and it's free. So that's how our model works.
And free, really, in these times of economic upheaval for governments and schools is really, you must get a lot of smiles from people like John Daisy and people downtown. And how did you get the former mayor of Washington, D.C. involved in this?
So he's actually a board member of ours. So I know he, goes way back with our CEO and our team in Washington, D.C. So we have a lot of great people behind us. We have a number of investors from, the tech industry, from Amazon and Google and Twitter, and we have some really great folks behind us. So we've been very fortunate to have their support.
Well, fantastic, and thank you for joining us. Worth noting is that California State Attorney General Kamala Harris was scheduled to appear and speak here today. Attorney General Harris is a strong advocate of this program as her office deals with numerous issues involving the digital divide, including internet predators and cyberbullying. Unfortunately, due to unprecedented breaking news taking place across the Los Angeles and the Inland Empire areas, she was unable to attend, but sent her best and her endorsement. Others in attendance included Nate Kaplan of Los Angeles City Councilman Bill Rosenthal's office.
A lot of transformations are happening here in LA, and especially at LAUSD. Westchester High School here, who's hosting this wonderful event, has transitioned to a science and aerospace magnet, despite what a lot of critics have said. And part of that transition is going to start with this digital living project. Students now have access to technology like no other generation ever has before. I mean, kids are practically born with cell phones in their hands. This is going to be a whole new world that we're entering. LA has partnered with the Everfi and Entertainment Software Association to address the opportunities and the challenges by our students to make them great digital citizens. The Digital Living Project has already, as you've heard, become an important piece of digital education in over 20 LA schools, making it a requirement to make sure that all students have the same understanding of digital citizenship and how to be responsible with the technology, including the 3 Ps. That's privacy, piracy, and plagiarism. All big no-nos. And we're just so grateful for these types of public-private partnerships in our community. And we hope that LA schools and students have access to this program for years to come. So thank you on behalf of the City of Los Angeles for being part of our community.
Former District of Columbia Mayor Adrian Fenty was on hand to talk about the impact the Digital Living Project has had on that city. Fenty, FYI, is a board member of Everfi and was an active part in the creation of this program. Let's hear from Mayor Adrian Fenty.
And what we found in DC was that teachers were really starting to embrace technology, that they wanted to find a way so the kids were learning at so many different paces, and the classrooms are of such a scale that by using technology you could still keep up the high level classroom achievement, but by kids were working at different levels with computers. And I think that's what Everfi has found is, because the kids have to master each screen before they can go on to the next screen, the gaming technology, that in many ways the teacher can leave kids who are already learning at a good pace and work with those who need a little bit more help. So in that way, it truly is a win-win, and I think you're going to see the face of the classroom completely change as more companies like Everfi are in the schools. So I think that's kind of what people think about in the global context.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Hi everyone, my name is Jenny Sykes. I'm with Everfi, the creators of the technology here today, and we thought to conclude the program we'd mix it up a little bit and actually have a real conversation about implementing this kind of technology in schools and how we can make sure it's really reaching scale and how we can make sure that students are actually benefiting from it. So I thought we should invite up some actual people using the program, teachers and students.
Overall, the reaction from this student and the others pictured earlier is that this program is really everything it's billed out to be. When this piece was filmed, 20 schools had been brought online. While we were in the editing process, one additional school came online, making it a total of 21. Because there is no infrastructure that needs to be built, it's easy to bring this program into a school or nonprofit organization. In an age of tight budgets for school districts and more issues and problems dealing with electronic devices, this program is rapidly becoming a must. If you missed the contact information that appeared on your screen earlier, contact us at Newswire LA and we'll put you in touch with Everfi. And that's it for this broadcast. We thank you for joining us here on Newswire LA. And remember to follow everything Newswire LA. Look us up on Facebook and Twitter at Newswire LA. We'll see you back here next time, and good night. Stay tuned for more news on this Westlake Signal station.